What's up, world? What's up? Y'all, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We about to get it popping. Come, my children. Come. Come from far and near. Gather around and listen to the wisdom of the ancients. Today we're going to be talking about the Galactic Council, the Galactic Federation. To the llamas in Tibet, they're known as the gardeners, the seeders of the planet, the ones that seeded this earth. To these beings, this earth is a laboratory. And if anybody wants to come in, let me know. We can talk about whatever's on your mind. But we're going to be talking about specifically these extraterrestrials. A lot of people wonder why these gardeners are these, I would say, Anunnaki, these extraterrestrials. They don't make themselves known to us. They don't walk amongst us. It's for a good reason. They are in line with universal law, the will of karma. They do not want to interfere with us because it would interfere with our evolution, our evolvement. It will cut into the will of karma. That's one of the main reasons they don't want to interact with us. They've tried it before in the past, and it didn't go so well. This was during the time of Atlantis, when all these different beings would come and make themselves manifest amongst the earthborn. And it didn't go so well. Of course, you gotta have somebody, gotta be slick, gotta try to be slick. So it's always that slick one, gotta show out. So according to the lamas from Tibet, Tuesday Rample, when he consulted the Akashic records, what he discovered was that this was the cutting edge of them disassociating themselves with us. They had this big meeting, the Earthborn and the Galactic Federation, on Earth during Atlantis. And one of the Earthborn, one of these high-ranking leaders, we'll say like a king during the time, the one that was on Earth, the Earthborn, not the ones that the Galactic Federation, not them. Well, he had a female companion he had been talking to or whatever. Prior to that meeting, she wanted him to, she was putting this bug in his ear, asking him could he get in one of their spacecrafts and fly it. And basically the brother was pussy whipped, y'all. Okay, bottom line. So he wanted to show out his shit. So according to Rample, he got some of the Anunnaki drunk. They was drinking wine. He takes his ass in the spacecraft, and the way that these crafts are wired, if you don't know what you're doing, and you could, there's certain things you do, and the craft itself is genetically wired to one individual. So let's say you try to go in the craft, it doesn't pick up on your frequency, it doesn't pick up on your voice print, it doesn't recall, it doesn't know you. These crafts are conscious by themselves. Well, let's just say, according to Rample, this craft blew up. It just destroyed a whole bunch of shit. And from that time on, they disconnected themselves with the men on Earth, the men and women on Earth. That's according to Rample. Now, I don't know how true that shit is, but that's according to the Lama from Tibet when he said he consulted the Akashic Records. So, I mean, it's a possibility because, there's always somebody got to show out for a female. You know how these men do. They got to show out for a female. A woman to spit a bug in his ear. Can you do this for me? It'll win me. Some type of shit. And he just got to do it. Peace, y'all. Peace. And, but mainly, the main reason they don't associate with us like that, walk amongst us and make themselves known, because they don't trust us. They don't trust us. Our reputation is it's bad. It's terrible. So if you see them come on the surface, trust me, something devastating is either about to happen, because they're not coming on the surface. They come on the surface is because somebody about to drop a nuclear bomb and it's going to get the subterranean kingdom's attention. And if they drop a nuclear bomb, the radiation is going to spread out in space and it's going to affect other inhabitants that's on other planets. So they are duty bound to make themselves manifest if somebody talk about dropping a nuclear bomb and possibly destroying this planet to the point to where, even if not destroying the planet, the radiation itself from a nuclear bomb is going to reach out. It's going to reach the outskirts of this planet. And it's going to have an effect on other individuals on other planets. That's just like when you read, what book is that, y'all? I think it's Other Tongues of the Flesh, where they talk about a planet called Maldek, if I ain't mistaken. And the planet was blown, it was blown up. The Maldekians blew the whole planet up. And the Galactic Federation got together and said, never again will we allow this to happen. So, and in the process of this planet being destroyed, it affected millions of other people on other planets. Even to the point to where the debris, according to some sources that I read, and I think it's Other Tongues of the Flesh if I ain't mistaken, it was so bad that the debris, they had to gather the debris itself from the outskirts of the explosion. And they formed it up, and it formed up a ring around Saturn. They had to harness it somewhere. They had to gather all of this debris. So, according to that book, I think it's Other Tongues of the Flesh, y'all. According to that book, that's how you got the ring around Saturn. Because of the debris. They had to put it somewhere. They just can't keep all that shit floating out in space. It had to go somewhere. So they harnessed it to where it'll be at a standstill and it won't affect nobody. But after that planet was blown up, they said never again will they allow that. That's why I'm telling y'all right now, won't be no nuclear explosion on this planet. I'm telling you that shit now. They not having that. They don't care about humanoids killing each other and all that. They don't care because they want us to evolve as a species. They want us to go through our trials and tribulations like other people on other planets did. They don't want to interfere with our free will, and they don't want to intervene with us in that manner that will break the will of karma or past life karma. Can y'all get what I'm saying? Anybody got any questions concerning this info? Because it will only make sense. And then, first of all, we're not even on their frequency. They vibrating too high. We're talking about these beings, their spiritual antennas are wide open. You see, their third eyes are wide open. They're extremely clairvoyant. They can shake your hand and see everything you touched up until the point you wash your hand. That's how clairvoyant they are. It'd be like flashes of images of things that your hand had encounter with if they was to shake your hand. That's how clairvoyant they are. See? So these beings are so spiritually in tuned that we're not even on that frequency. You couldn't hide nothing from these individuals. They're highly telepathic. See? You couldn't lie to them. We put masks on every day when we go out in public. You can't even put a mask on with these individuals. They're going to see right through your illusion every time. Yeah, you right, Holloway. You right, Dante. What up, Torch the Dun? Peace, my brother. But that's the main reason they don't want to interfere with us. Because mainly they don't trust us. If you was a highly advanced individual, would you trust us? Would you? Think about it, y'all. Most people are confined to a religious belief. These individuals don't have a religious belief. They don't have a religious structure. See what I'm saying? Because our religions are man-made on this planet. So we're talking about a galactic federation, a galactic council. These beings don't know nothing about racism. They don't see racism. Because you got all of these individuals from different planets. The wisest minds of them are on this mothership. These are scientists. So basically, take the wisest person from Earth. He would be on the Galactic Council or the Galactic Federation ship. Then you grab the wisest from Saturn. You grab all the wisest minds and you put them on a mothership, and you have a Galactic Federation of the wisest of the wise. And you think they're about to come on this earth willingly, walk amongst these fools? Come on, man. Come on. Look, 2,000 years ago, they talked bad about Yeshua being Pandora, dogged him out. He was just an example for the Galactic Federation of what not to do. In other words, they said, shit, you seen what they did to Yeshua? You think we about to go down now? Hell no, they ain't about to string me up in no tree. See how they hit him with whips and called him all type of names? You think I'm about to come down there and do what he did? Hell no. We sent one of our best, and that's how they treated him. You think I'm about to come on the earth and walk amongst these savages? I think not. I'd rather stay where I'm at. And I don't blame them. I don't. See, these individuals are aligned with universal law. So what they would tell us to do is raise our vibration so that we can match, so that we will match them based off cosmic law, which is the law of attraction and the law of vibration. Therefore, we will have the approval to be amongst them. Right. Look what they did to Simeon Toko. Exactly. Good example. Great example. So you think they're going to come on earth and shit and walk amongst us? I'm telling you now, if they come on this earth, y'all, it's because something drastic is finna happen. Or if they come on this earth, they're going to make a drastic change. They ain't coming to play with nobody because they know ain't nobody going to respect them. Because they're going to see them as humans, and humans don't respect other humans for the most part. You got a whole bunch of people, they love dogs more than they love humans. Man, shit. I'm telling you now, that's why I was telling y'all, when God come back, all throughout the Old Testament, book of Revelation, this God is a killer when he come back. He's coming for blood. Think not that I come to bring peace, but nay, a sword. That's what it said in the book of, in the New Testament, Revelation, Old Testament, book of Isaiah. Who is this that tread the winepress alone? His garments is sprinkled in blood. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and the year of my redeemed has come. That means that when God come, he know y'all ain't gonna respect him, so he got to lay some of y'all down. He got to. That's why when you read in the book, the Gospels of Barnabas, that it says the mountains shall say, hide us from him that sit up on the throne. The trees shall say, hide us from him that sit up on the throne. Even the rocks gonna say, hide us from him that sit up on the throne. Because he know that humans don't respect each other. So you think a God is finna come and gonna allow you to shit on him? Man, please. It ain't finna happen. He's finna lay a whole bunch of people down and make examples out of them. So that's why I'm telling you, if the Galactic Federation come, it's gonna be something that's drastic that has to take place, or finna take place, or they finna cause a drastic turnaround on Earth. Let me see what y'all talking about. It's coming, yeah, it's definitely coming. Shit, as long as Trump, the way Trump going, and they playing with this, they got this nuclear power in their hand. That's why, like, I'm gonna tell you this. If y'all pay attention to the UFO sightings, they're mainly around military bases all over the world. It's like they're being watched. These watchers, that's the Book of Enoch call them, the watchers. They're watching everything that goes on around the military bases. That's their main priority, is to watch these fools that have nuclear power. A lot of people ain't trying to understand, but I understand, brother. Too many people sleep. Yep, indeed. It's only right for it to happen. These malevolent forces are way too dangerous. Yeah. So eventually, they're going to have to come out of hiding. Because, you know how people are with power. They get carried away with it. They get comfortable in it. They feel like they can take it another step further. And then they're going to do some dumb shit. I don't blame them, because the folks of this world is messed up, yeah. Yeah, it's got to happen, definitely. Definitely, Chris. It's got to. It has always happened. Always happened. So, for instance, right, y'all go read a book. It's called The Hermit. It's written by Rampa, Lama from Tibet. Well, Rampa was gifted with information from a hermit. A blind hermit. Now, a hermit in modern terms has been perverted. They say that, he just stay in his house all day, he never come out. He a hermit. That ain't no real hermit. A real hermit is a person that goes inside of a cave and is sealed up like a big rock where you can't move it. Take like a couple people to move it out the way. And he lives in this isolated area. And every 2 days, a monk will come and give him some food, just enough for his body to be sustained. Now, check this out now. I'm going somewhere with this. He defecates in there. It smells horrible in there. Does everything in there. But his main quest of being a hermit is to force his astral body out of his physical body so that he can explore the universe through astral travel. So this is just something that They do not desire this world at all. Their hair is extremely long because they don't shave, they don't cut their fingernails. They got the longest fingernails you could probably think of, and they stink. They smell horrible. A real hermit. Well, this guy, before he became a hermit, he was tortured. Now, this guy was, first of all, the reason why he was chosen anyway by the Galactic Federation is because he was highly clairvoyant and he was highly telepathic. And he had a memory out of this world. He could remember everything. So he was like a recorder, a human recorder. Anyway, the Chinese embassy ambushed him. This was the time when the Chinese were taking over Tibet or whatever. And they gouged his eyes out his head, threw him out back, left him for dead. But he survived. So he's wandering around, got one of his eyes dangling out his head, the other one gouged out. He just want to die. He wants to die. He's saying, why can't I just go to the heavenly field? This is what they refer to it as, the heavenly bodies, the heavenly field, the higher dimensions. So next thing he know, he wakes up, can't see, but he can hear voices, different languages he never heard before. And he feels like he's laying down, but he's restrained. He can't move. They got like something on his legs and his arms, like they suspended him down, strapped him down. Now, he hears one that is referred to as the biologist. The biologist is more like, oh, so we captured one, huh? We captured one. So what are we going to do with it? This is how these gardeners talking. Their viewers are like, a specimen or something. What are we going to do with this one? The last one we caught, we tried to give her the message, but when she seen one of the other brothers from another planet, she freaked out and went crazy. So we had to destroy her, and all of our work was ruined. We gave her all this information to take back to the planet, and after she saw one of the brothers from another planet, she lost it and lost her sanity. So we had to destroy her. This is how they viewing it, right? This is the biologist talking. Then you got the admiral. He comes up. He more level-headed. He's like, well, I think we can work with this. Not, mind you now, this blind llama, because this guy's a llama. He's high-ranking. He's listening to all this, but he can't see. He like, what the hell is going on? Then these women come in there, and they start rubbing all on him with sponges and cleaning his body. Now these monks these certain monks evolved to ranks of Lamanism. So they're very high ranking. And most of them in Tibet, they don't have any affairs with women once they get so high in ranking of spirituality. So he's telling them, hey, y'all are violating me. I don't want nobody touching on my body. This is what he's telling them. Because they didn't, these type of people don't have sex, none of that. They don't have no relationship with women, none of that. Everything is strictly based on unlocking their spiritual attributes and senses. See what I'm saying? So, anyway, they put this box on his head where he's able to see. It allows him to see with his third eye. So he's able to see these people now. So they're telling him, look, just calm down, relax. We saved you. And he's like, well, shit, y'all ain't do me no favor. I'm blind. I wanted to die. Y'all act like y'all did me a favor. So basically, make a long story short, they wound up taking him to the Galactic Council meeting. It's a whole bunch of people at this council meeting. Then you got the biologist on the stage. He's up standing at the rostrum talking. Everybody else is listening. And he's saying, well, we captured one, but it doesn't matter to me. I feel like we should just destroy all of them like we did in the past and reseed them. So the hermit, that's soon to be a hermit, he's listening. And he breaks through and he says, hold up, wait a minute. Everybody's attention's on him now. He's listening, right? Everybody listening to him, He says, your biologist, excuse me, y'all, he is more uncivilized than we are. We monks and llamas of Tibet, we don't even kill a fly. He's talking about killing everybody on the earth and reseeding them again. And then everybody start clapping like, good for you, monk, good for you. Now be quiet for you. Say something stupid. So this biologist, he's the one that goes into the genetics of the humans. So I'm thinking to myself while I'm reading this shit, I'm like, because the biologist said, even if we destroy them, the problem is still going to be there because we always end up destroying them, whether it's by flood, whether it's by chemicals that we drop out of our spacecrafts and pollute their atmosphere and it kills them, and we just receive them and the problem still going to be there. So I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is, but they don't want to mention it in the book. See, the problem is during the time of the making of man, these progenitors, the archaic ones, the ones that seeded us in the beginning stages, when we first was on earth, we were more spiritual than anything. We didn't have to do a ritual, none of that, to tap into the spiritual plane. Because the ritual ain't no but a phone call to the spirit plane. We was already in the spirit plane. And we were more multi-dimensional beings. So the reason why I'm telling y'all, I know what the problem is, in which the biologist never mentioned, because he talking about the problem still gonna be there. Now I'm gonna tell you what the damn problem is. The problem is we got 12 DNA strands, but they took 10 strands from us and left us with 2. So if I'm the monk or the Lama sitting amongst them, I would have told them straight up, shit, y'all robbed us. Y'all robbed us. Y'all DNA, y'all deactivated us. That's why you got a bunch of fools running around on Earth with no aim or purpose, and they disconnected from the source. Because they're only using 2 DNA strands. And yet you sit here and you claim the problem's still going to be there. Duh, the problem going to be there. And then they're only using 2% of their DNA. 98% of it is dormant. Shit. And whose fault is that? It's y'all fault. But y'all won't play dumb. See what I'm saying? So the biologist, he just want to kill some shit and be a biologist. He just want to be a scientist and keep trying shit because this earth ain't nothing but a laboratory anyway for these interdimensional beings. See what I'm saying? That's what they want to do. This earth is an experimentation ground. If the Bible tell you the earth is a footstool of the Lord. It's his footstool. Anytime they want to try something, they say, well, let's take it to the laboratory, Earth. And they all get together. They have their council meetings. They exalted assembly. They have their council meetings. They say, well, let's go try this one. Well, we didn't have the saber-tooth tiger. Let's destroy that shit. Let's try Willie Mammoth. Well, we didn't have that. Let's try that. Go back further and farther. We didn't have dinosaurs. Well, let's destroy that. And let me tell you how the dinosaurs what happened to the dinosaurs, why they got destroyed. So, in the beginning, check this out. This shit go deep. In the beginning, when the progenitors, all of them were on their council meetings, they was in the spacecrafts, mothership that be, okay? All of these different beings from different planets were on there, the highest minds. And everybody from every planet had certain things. They had certain seeds from their planet. They had certain animals from their planet. And they said, okay, we're going to drop this off on this planet. So you had certain animals from this planet, like the Lyrans. They said, okay, we're going to drop this feline animal on planet Key. Kai, or whatever the word they used back then. I think it was Key. They called planet Key, our planet, a Tiamat. So, you got all these beings dropping shit on the planet, all type of vegetables, fruits from that planet. That's why you got so many different kinds, because all of them wanted to try all of this stuff out and put it on this planet. So Earth is like, it's a whole, how can I put it, y'all? It's a combination of multi beings from different realities and planets trying their own stuff out on this planet. Trying it out first before they put it on their planet. So anytime they wanted to try something first before putting it on their planet, for the most part, they would try it on this planet first. See how it worked. If the shit didn't work well, they'll try it again. Then if it worked well, they'll put it on their home planet. See what I'm saying? This is the way the gods work. So Earth is a testing ground. So anyway, after they made these dinosaurs, after they done got all the vegetation and they done seeded everything, the animals, they said, shit, you know what? I got an idea. Probably the biologist. He want to try some crazy shit. He say, let's make the dinosaur. They put the dinosaurs here. So here come some of the gardeners. They get off their motherships, off their spacecrafts. They come down taking samples of stuff so they can test it and take it back to the mothership. And then here come telling you now, this is what I read, according to the Akashic records coming from the Lama from Tibet. He said, one of the gardeners, he called them gardeners, basically the progenitors, what we call today extraterrestrial. They got off the craft. One of these dinosaurs ripped his leg damn near in two. And they said, after that, they said, oh, hell no, we got to get rid of these motherfuckers. We got to destroy them. They too goddamn vicious. We got to get rid of them. So they had to zap his ass, destroy that dinosaur, and then after that, they all got together and said, let's nuke it. Let's destroy them. We got to get rid of them. So they started dropping bombs in certain areas, not to point to where like they nuking it, but enough to destroy them. That's according to the Lama from Tibet, how the dinosaurs was destroyed. It was off the basis of one of these Anunnaki being damn near torn in two. See, they really don't give a shit what happened to us, but let something happen to them. It's a problem then. You see what I'm saying? And they just watch us. They just sit back and watch. They just like that. They just like them people with them cell phones when somebody getting their ass whooped. They standing back, recording with their phone. They just watching. Ain't doing shit. See, they could have intervened. They could have intervened during that 400-year bondage of slavery in America. They could have intervened. But to them, they saying, hey, that's past life karma. They got to go through that. They got to go through that wheel of karma. That's how they view it. We can't intervene with that. But I'm telling you now, had it been one of their own, they would have intervened. See, because what I found out, like people like Noah. Noah, what book was it with? I forget. It's written by Tuesday Live St. Rumble. He wrote like 10 or 12 books. I read every last one of them. So sometimes I forget which book I got it out of. But just look up Tuesday Live St. Rumble. Look up some of his books. It might be in the book. I know for a fact what I was telling him, but the one is in The Hermit, where he's having this blind monk is in this council meeting with these extraterrestrials or the Galactic Federation. That's in the book called The Hermit. And then I think the part where I want to say it's in the Tibetan Sage, where Rempa talks about how one of these leaders during the time of Atlantis stole a spacecraft and blew it up. And that's when they stopped, walking amongst men like they did. But back to what I was saying. Shit, what the hell was I saying, y'all? I forgot what I was talking about. I got thrown off with that question when he asked what book is it. But anyway, these councils, these extraterrestrial beings on this mothership, This is what they do. They test things, and that's the reason, according to the llama. That's why they destroyed the dinosaurs. And it has always been the testing ground. Can you send me pics of them after the live? Pics of who? Some of the extraterrestrials? Shit, you looking at one. You go look in the mirror, you're looking at one. All that, let me tell y'all something. We, all of us, indigenous people, we are not originally from this planet. All of that junk DNA in you, that's extra DNA. That makes you an extraterrestrial. That is not terrestrial DNA. That is extraterrestrial DNA. See, we have all of their DNA in us simultaneously. That's why they genetically unlocked us. Because once we unlock, we got 23 extra strands in us of different humanoid beings from different planets in us that's linked to that 12 DNA strand. And, oh yeah, I got you. So if we were to genetically unlock, we would have all of their genetic code in us simultaneously. Why you think they locked us away for? Why you think they shut 10 of our DNA strands off? Shit, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. This is why they did it. Because we are the gods with amnesia that have become deactivated. I'm trying to tell you now. We the motherfuckers. We just don't know it. We've been put to the lowest of the low. Enslavement. Always the last in line. Gotta work extra hard to get somewhere in life. Other people got handouts, you know. So you gotta wonder why. How come we always the ones, the darker you is, the more shitted on you are? When I'm listening to this Mexican dude, he talking about exposing it. He talking about how his family and his race despise the darker skinned Mexicans. The Latino, we just seen about the little Latino woman. She a cop. She just went viral not too long ago. And she got DNA of us in her. Latinos do, and she being racist toward so-called black people. So it's some should click somewhere. Why are these people the most mistreated? Think about it, y'all. Whether it's on Earth, whether it's in the cosmos, it's like everybody against us. What is it that they know that we don't know? See what I'm saying? Trying to tell you now. We got it in us. You can unlock it yourself. That's why when you read the Gnostic text, it talks about this. The Gnostic text gonna tell you that Sophia hid the divine spark in man, the mortal on earth. She hid the divine spark in man. So you have that potential to awaken the Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness ain't nothing but cosmic consciousness, y'all. That's it. So they can just remove the word Christ and put cosmic consciousness. Unlike the internet that we have, you have a cosmic internet. See, we got an internet that only links us to this planet. You got a cosmic internet in you. Literally. You have a whole Galactic Federation family in your DNA that's dormant. Once all this shit activate, you right there with them. You right in harmony with them. You become telepathic. You become clairvoyant. You become all this clairsentience kicks in, clairaudience. All that stuff clicks in. It's an automatic. It's almost like getting downloads instantly. See what I'm saying? But we do the way that it's done for us is through Kundalini awakening. Or you can do it through meditation by picturing I'm about to give y'all some of the juice right quick. I done already talked about, look, because I'm not about to go into it because I'll be on here forever dealing with this Kundalini. Just go on my YouTube page, Mr. Truth Teller, go to my playlist and find where I'm talking about the Kundalini. and I go in great detail concerning the Kundalini, or you can go to my lives on YouTube, Mr. Truth Teller, and I go in great detail concerning the Kundalini, how it works, what it is, and what happens when you awaken it. Go there to the YouTube channel when you get off this live. Go to Mr. Truth Teller, and I break it down to the letter. Trust me on this shit, because y'all looking at a person that have actually activated the cosmic current, the Kundalini. And I know for a fact, when you activate the cosmic current Kundalini, you unlock the soul in you. The soul doesn't breathe like a lung. Like how we breathe. When you in that soul body, you don't breathe. Period. It pulsates. Telling you what I know. I ain't read this. I ain't heard nobody. I'm telling you what I know personally. It pulsates and it vibrates at a very high frequency. You can feel those electrons that make up the soul body or that light body. You can feel these electrons vibrating at a high intensity. Telling you what I know. So the source to it all is Kundalini awakening. And it merges the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of your brain together. See, the pineal gland is the seat of the soul. So once this cosmic fire, the burning bush, the light of God, Lucifer the light bringer, Uriel, the light of God, it activates the pineal gland, which is a miniature universe, y'all. That's why the kingdom of God is within us. So, and this will genetically unlock you. Telling you. This shit is amazing, really. And it can be done through meditation, but once you do it, you're just going to have to restrain from sexual desires. You can't have no sex for a while. Because your semen is like the fuel to activating it. It's like the fuel. So if your fuel is low, you're not going to be able to raise it. See what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, y'all, go watch some of them videos. I'm telling you, it's too much to talk about. I will be on here literally till tomorrow. Telling you, it's too much to talk about. Go on my YouTube channel, Mr. Truth Teller. You see what I'm talking about? I'm telling you. Go there. Watch the video while I'm talking about the jealous God, his hidden identity, why he's jealous. It's because of you. Okay? And this jealous God has something to do with imprisoning the physical body, your solar body, your atom cabinet into the physical body, into the lowest region of all matter. Okay? He set up an ecosystem that everything has to feed. In order for something to survive, something must die. So this shows the nature of that jealous God that's in the Bible. He's a feeder of pain and suffering. The whole ecosystem is based off, in order for that to survive, that's gotta die. In order for that to survive, that's gotta die. See what I'm saying? That's his nature. He put his nature in the ecosystem. Yet thou shalt not kill, right? We got two different gods in the Bible. You got the Gnostic God that go all the way back to Atlantis, where the Atlanteans were talking about this Yaldabaoth, this jealous God, this subordinate God. He can't see past the fourth dimension, so he think he the one and only God. Meanwhile, you were gods, children of the Most High God, the source itself, because we are all aspects of the cosmic creator, experiencing itself in different realities, whether it be the sixth dimension, the seventh dimension, this dimension, the third, whether it be the fourth. We are all aspects of the cosmic creator experiencing itself in different realities, y'all. So there is no one and only so-called jealous God. First of all, according to the Gnostic text, the angels that he had made said, after he said that he was the one and only God, the angel said, if he is the one and only God, of whom should he be jealous? Signifying that he was not the one and only God. Because if you're the one and only, there's no reason for you to be jealous or nothing. See what I'm saying? Even the angels caught on to the shit, the angels that he made. Go read the Gnostic text. It's in the Nag Hammadi Library. That was dug up in 1945 over there in Egypt. when you read it, go read the part where it talk about the apocryphy of John. Read that chapter. The apocryphy of John. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to read it. I'm reading it for you. Just go on my YouTube channel, Mr. Truth Teller. Go to my playlist. Go to where I'm talking about the hidden history of the jealous God, y'all the bit revealed. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's too much to talk about. Now, if anybody want to come on, we can talk about your spiritual experiences, whatever you have to give to us. Somebody else can relate. Most of us are afraid to talk about spiritual encounters that we have because we are worried about what people will say and judge us. But I'm telling you now, over here, I understand because I've had so many different spiritual encounters. So if you want to come in and talk about your spiritual experiences, we can. If you want to come in, just let me know. Say, I want to come in and I'll send you an invite and then you just come on in and we can discuss it. But I'm going to tell y'all one of my spiritual encounters that I had. Okay. Now this happened, damn, there's so many of them. But the one that I had towards the done, I'm gonna send you in just a second. Let me tell you about this. I'm gonna send you an invite in just a second. But tell you about this encounter that I had. And the beauty about this encounter that I had, my mama witnessed it, my daddy witnessed it, and my brother witnessed it. It wasn't just a me thing. So I have people that can actually back this up. So I had an out-of-body experience first. And I'm sitting on the couch. I'm talking to a woman. She looked young, but she looked exactly like my auntie that passed away, right? And I said, dang, you look like my auntie. She said, that's because I am, baby. She said, I was your auntie when I was on earth. And then she says, I said to her, I said, well, dang, auntie, you look so young. Well, my auntie said, well, baby, in this dimension, we get to choose on how we're going to look. Choose on how we want to look. So I chose to look like I'm 16. So then I said, I love you, auntie. That's what I told her. She said she loved me too. Then I told her I missed her. So I'm thinking she going to tell me she missed me too, because she had been gone off earth for like 20 years. She looked at me and said, now we talking the whole time telepathically. We didn't use our mouth, period. We're not using no verbal language. We mentally talking to each other. She can hear me talking. I can hear her talking through telepathy. She looked at me and said, after I told her I missed her, she looked at me and said, we see everything y'all do. It ain't nothing that y'all do that we don't see. I'm like, damn, you saw that? I'm thinking about shit I done did. I done had no business doing. I'm like, damn, you saw that? You know what I mean? Then she looked at me and said, no, there's some people sitting in front of us. But for some reason, it looked like it was a force field between us. It looked like hazy and wavy. I said, hey, auntie, can them people see us? Because it look like they don't even recognize us. She like, no, they can't see us. They in a different dimension. And then she went on to say, she said some crazy, no, she had a scar on her neck. She had a scar on her neck that I ain't never seen in my life. And I said, dang, auntie, I ain't know you had a scar on your neck. So I'm looking at her a little funny now, like, I don't know if this is my auntie or not. Because I ain't never seen that scar. She said, yeah, that's the only thing I couldn't get rid of, is this scar. Mind you, scars, when people reborn, reincarnated, that scar that they have in the past life becomes a birthmark. So it made sense a little later on. It kicked in. But I still was a little skeptical about, was this really my auntie? Then she said some shit that threw me off. She said, Elijah's always watching you, right? I said, huh? She said, yeah, Elijah's always watching you. And then I said, well, auntie, if we need some help, could y'all help us from the dimension you in? From the dimension we in right now? She was like, yeah, sure, baby. All you gotta do is ask us. Shit, I'm thinking like, I'm definitely finna try this shit. So one thing about these ancestors of ours, when they cross over to the next dimension or a higher dimension, they do not say, bye, I'll see you later. Never. They never say this shit. You can feel it. You know they finna leave. You know you can't hold them. The beauty about being in a higher dimension, nobody can hold you against your free will. Nobody can hold you. You can leave at will. And I knew she was about to leave. I felt it. And she just was gone. And I snapped back into my body, woke up, went and told my mama about everything I just told y'all. And my mama said, yeah, boy, you didn't know your auntie had a thyroid gland took out? I was like, oh, shit. I ain't know that. Because she never would. I guess she was ashamed of it, embarrassed about it, I guess. Because the shirt that she had on came like here. It was almost like a V-neck, but it went down deeper almost than a V-neck. And I was able to see that scar. And my mama was on the phone with her sister at the time, my auntie, and they both was like, yeah, boy, you ain't know that? Hell no. I know it now, though. So that verified what I experienced was even more legit. So the next day after that, here come my mama coming in the house, talking about her back was killing her from working. And she was saying that she had took all this, some painkillers and all that, put icy hot on it, ain't do nothing. So I said, you know what, mama, you want me to ask the ancestors to heal your back? Normally, I got the type of mama say, boy, if you don't get out of here with that crazy ass shit, my mama said, I don't even give a shit. Go ahead, whatever, anything that can help. I don't even care. So my daddy sitting in the chair. My daddy told me, oh shit, all you need to do is ask Jesus. Jesus heal it. My brother sitting there looking crazy. Daddy went to calling on Jesus. Well, let's just say Jesus didn't do shit. Okay, my mama back still was hurting. So after my daddy got done doing his sorcery to Jesus or whatever, I said, well, let me go and try this because auntie already gave me the go ahead. She said, I got to do a call on them. So here I am. I'm pouring libations and everything. I got to set up a whole damn ritual, y'all. I got to sitting on a little countertop. I'm sitting up here saying certain things, saying this, saying that, saying this. I got my mom and daddy them saying it. And next thing you know, my organs start vibrating real, like extremely bad. I can literally feel my adrenaline. I could, you know how we got the adrenochrome inside our body? It was at an extremely high vibrational rate. Like it felt like my organs was vibrating inside my body. That's how I knew they was present. I said, mama, they up in here. She told me something. It was so bad to the point I literally almost went on my knees on the ground. That's how strong their energy is. Because once their energy gets close to a physical body, the physical body can't handle that type of vital energy. Because they're vibrating at such a higher frequency than us. When I said, mama, they ain't here, my mama said, boy, ain't nobody up in there. I said, hey, y'all, do something to let her know that y'all present. Soon as I said the shit, they didn't even wait. Hey, they was right on point soon as I said it. All you heard, and you could literally hear, you could hear it in the damn wall, in the floor. It was shaking. You can hear it. And you can hear it. I'm going to try to mimic the noise, y'all, what it sound like when they made themselves manifest. It sound like this. And it went down the wall, under the floor, and it made the house shake a little bit. But you can hear the wall shake and the floor shake. You can literally hear a rumble. And you can hear the noise. The noise sound like this. That's what the noise sound like. That's how the shit sound. I'm trying to mimic it. So my daddy got up, took off in the room. All you heard was the door slam. He got the fuck out of there. So my brother sitting up there looking spooked. He like, the hell? He didn't know what to do. But my daddy took off. Now, I told my mama, I said, mama, they gonna heal your back. Because you willingly allowed this to happen. You approved of it. They don't do nothing against your free will. See, a demon will do something against your free will. But these ancestors that passed over that is in a higher dimension, they're not in no low dimension on the astral plane. They're in a higher dimension. They're vibrating on a higher frequency, a love frequency. They're not going to violate your free will. But because you allowed it, they're going to heal your back. And guess what? The next day, my mama called my phone. Boy, guess what? I'm like, what, mom? But she said, well, whatever you did, that shit worked. She like, I'm laying in the bed last night and I could feel shockwaves going through my back. Felt like somebody was pushing on it. I felt hands, but it felt like shockwaves. I said, well, shit, I told you they're going to take care of you. And she was like, that shit worked. I said, well, how your back feel? And shit, it's good. That's what she told me. So my mama, I can call my mama right now on live and prove it to y'all. She don't know nothing about none of this conversation. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that it's scripted. No, you can't say that. So I could call my mama right now, put her on the phone, and prove it to y'all. Mama tell you that shit. And this is just to show you that the spiritual plane is connected to the physical plane. You know? Think about it, y'all. Here I am. I'm basically summoning ancestors to help me, to help my mama. Not for me. It wasn't for no personal gain. See what I'm saying? It wasn't for me. Here I am calling on my grandma that went by a certain name on earth. Now, you know, they got different names now when they go to a different dimension. They ain't got the same earth names at all. So you got to understand that these beings have an energy signature on this earth. So they're still tied to the earth. They can come as they please because they left an energy signature on the earth. Anyway, towards the done, I'm about to bring you in. Hold on right quick. Let me see. And if you got anything you want to share, wait, let me see how we do this. Because I ain't really used to bringing people in and shit. Let me see.